Relationships give us more emotional pain than any other area of our life. And it is the number one driver. It isn't making money. It isn't making money. The number one driver is to connect with another human being. It's to have that connection, because the number one driver beneath everything is connecting and feeling oneness.
This is the Kevin Trudeau Show.
I am exposing the corruption in government and in major multinational corporations. We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
Number one of the most important areas of everyone's life, and it's screwed up for almost every single person watching. It's relationships. It's all about relationships. We have a creative drive, a sexual drive, to be in a romantic relationship. Now, the second kind of relationship is a connection with other human beings. But I'm just going to talk about romantic relationships here just for a couple minutes. If you are single, pay attention. If you are single and not in a relationship, pay attention. If you are a single person, but maybe you're in a relationship or you're dating, pay attention. This is going to ring true. If you are in a committed relationship, whether that's a committed relationship or a committed marriage, if you're in a committed relationship, I can guarantee you it's not as good as you wish it could be. Correct? Pay attention. If you're just got out of a relationship, you're divorced multiple times, you broke up, you're in between, pay attention. Relationships give us more emotional pain than any other area of our life. And it is the number one driver. It isn't making money. It isn't making money. The number one driver is to connect with another human being. It's to have that connection, because the number one driver beneath everything is connecting and feeling oneness. And we don't know that because it's beyond our description. And we're looking for something and we don't know what it is. And so we seek it in drugs, we seek it in food, we seek it in making money, we seek it in status, we seek it in some type of respectable admiration or getting recognized. We seek it in a whole host of things. And we don't know what we're seeking. It's some feeling that's missing on the inside. Something is missing. And we seek it in a relationship. We seek it through sex. And in that moment of orgasm, when you're having sex, you connect to the universe most of the time, and you have something, but you don't know what it is. It's fleeting, it's very quick, and you can't figure it out. If you meet somebody for the first time and your eyes meet and all of a sudden butterflies happen inside, you have this connection that is beyond comprehension and beyond words, and you are in love, and it is a feeling that defies words. It can't be described, but it's awesome. And then it goes away. And then we're arguing with this person, we hate this person, and not only that, but the end of that relationship will cause you more pain than anything else. It is gut-wrenching. I know I had a friend of mine who went through a divorce. I mean, he was married, a couple kids, and his wife said that she wanted a divorce. And they were not having a good relationship. They were arguing, and the sex was almost went to zero, and it just wasn't good anymore. But when she asked for a divorce, he still cried every single day. And he had to live with me. He was so broken up. It was almost like suicidal. How is that? Why is that breakup in relationships so painful? Think about this. If you are a single person, who are you attracting? What kind of person are you getting into your life? If you're a woman and you're trying to seek a man, or if you're a man trying to seek a woman, or if you're in a homosexual relationship, it doesn't matter. But when you're attracting people, who are you attracting? Isn't it true that if you go back over the relationship you've had, it's kind of the same type of person. And the pattern of the relationship is almost the same all the time. Why is that? Relationships have more negative mass, we'll call it negative energy, thicker mass of energy in our field than every other aspect combined. And if you have trouble in your relationship area, you're going to have trouble making money. You're going to be having trouble with your health. You're going to have trouble with friendships. If you have trouble in the romantic relationship area and it's not connecting, if there's turbulence there, if there's dissatisfaction there, it's going to adversely affect every other aspect of your life. And if you're not in a relationship and you think, oh, I can be blissfully happy by myself, that's pretty rare. That's very, very rare. But let's talk about that for a second. Let's take the monks, the Tibetan monks who don't have relationships. They don't have sex. They don't have a sexual relationship. They don't have a sexual partner. They don't have a romantic relationship. But they do have relationships with other human beings that are incredibly connected. But they don't have that romantic relationship or, gurus or things of this nature. And they are blissfully happy and things go well in every aspect of their life. How is that true? Because if you look at their brain, they're actually broadcasting in the gamma brainwave frequency most of the time. It's as if they were having an orgasm all the time. As a matter of fact, some of these monks were speaking at Harvard University, and one of the questions was, how is it that you don't have a sex drive, that you don't have the drive for sexual relationship with somebody else or a connection with a member of the opposite sex or a sex that you're sexually attracted to? How is that possible? And the monks were talking to each other because there was a translator there. And the answer was, well, when you're feeling like you're having an orgasm all day long, you really don't have a drive for a sexual partner. And that's true because their brain was broadcasting on gamma. And when your brain was broadcasting on gamma, there's a connection to the universe that surpasses all human comprehension and understanding. So here's the question. If you are single, would you like to be in a beautiful romantic relationship? If you're in a relationship now, wouldn't you like it to be better, a lot better than it is right now? Don't you want to have passionate sex with the person? Don't you want to feel like this is the best sex I've ever had? And don't you wish your partner said to you, this is the best sex I've ever had? You're amazing. Wouldn't that make you feel good? That can happen. That can happen. And I will tell you from people that I've worked with over the years, when they are with their partner and their partner says, you are the best sex I've ever had, and that person's thinking, yeah, I feel the same way. It's the best sex I've ever had. The feeling on the inside, the awesome feeling, the confidence that you have is off the charts. And don't you think that will relate to making more money and being happier and better health? Absolutely. Would you like to be in a relationship with somebody who's almost like your best friend, that you love to spend time with, that you just enjoy their company, that you have great conversations and it flows, where there aren't any big screaming matches or arguments, where you can debate, but it's respectful? What is your ideal partner? What do they look like? What's their body shape? Are they educated? Are they a good cook? Do they love their work? Do they have a passion for something? Are they creating something in society? Do they like to go to the gym and exercise? Gals, what's your ideal guy look like? What's his personality traits? I want a guy who makes me laugh all the time. I want a guy who treats me like a queen, like a princess, who brings me flowers, who calls me, who sends me lovely text messages, who's thoughtful and considerate and kind, but also a man, somebody who can make decisions, saying, honey, I'm taking you to dinner Friday night. Let me tell you, don't even ask me where, I'm taking you out. It's going to be a great time. Or do you want somebody who is, honey, where would you like to go to dinner tonight? Would you like to go to dinner this weekend? Would you like to do this? Let's talk about it. Do you want somebody who's more collaborative or more leadership decisive? There's no right or wrong. What's your ideal relationship? You can have that. The real question is, why aren't you right now? And there's a few reasons. You have in your DNA, from your mother's line and your father's line, all of their crap. And it's in your DNA and it's vibrating beneath the surface below your level of conscious awareness. And it is stopping good relationships from coming into your life. There are energetic blocks. There's 33 dimensions, therefore there's 33 levels of energetic blocks. Just imagine that in one of your lines, there was a rape. Let's say in one of your lines, in your ancestors, there was somebody who was forced into a marriage, who was in a miserable marriage, or they were in a marriage with an abusive partner, an alcoholic, or somebody who beat them. That energy is in your DNA, and it's vibrating, and you're going to be attracting that same type of similar situation. Or what happens if somebody in your ancestors was in a relationship and they caught that person cheating? They went home and they caught them in bed with another person. That person may have put a postulate in their field that says, I'll never trust a woman or I'll never trust a man ever again. And that's in your field. It's vibrating. And you're attracting people that are dishonest, that will lie to you, that will deceive you, that will cheat on you, and you're always skeptical. And you wonder why you can't have a good relationship. Then if you look in your own memory, from the moment you were born and past lives, all the things that happened in terms of relationships, all the pain that happened, and all the pain you caused other people, all this junk is in your field. There's more junk, there's more negative energy, there's more mass, contracted black mass on relationships than everything else combined. If you clear that out, then magically what you want, when you actually say, this is my idea of an ideal partner, this is my idea of an ideal relationship, what you want will then manifest in your life. And if you are in a relationship right now, when you clear out all that crap, the relationship with the person that you've chosen and karmically are together with will become infinitely better. Infinitely better. And I know this because John Gray, who wrote the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, friend of mine, the late Ellen Kreidman, very close friend of mine, she wrote the course Light Her Fire, which was for men, how to light the fire inside of the woman you're with, and Light His Fire, which was a course for women, how to get the fire, romantic burn and passion in the guy for you. They know. They've dealt with thousands and thousands. And Ron Ball, relationship expert who put on many courses around the world. They've worked with couples, they work with single people. They know that magic and miracles can happen in relationship. And I have worked with so many people, and in the Brotherhood, the training that I got on how to clear these dimensions and how to release this energetic blocks is magical. So that's the number one thing. If you don't do that, all the techniques won't work. And then the other question is, guys, do you even know how to ask a woman out on a date properly? Do you know how to go on a first date? Did you know a first date should generally be lunch, and there should be a time limit on it? If you ask somebody out on a first date, it should say, hey, why don't we get together for lunch? I'll have about an hour. That's perfect, because now there's a start time and an end time. There's no pressure. Even if it's miserable, anybody can sit down with somebody, have lunch for an hour, even if you're miserable. Guys and gals, do you know the art of conversation? Women, when you go on a date, do you talk about your ex-boyfriends all the time? I've been on dates and women would just talk about their ex and their ex and their ex, all their exes. Oh, that's great. And how terrible, how much they were jerks. You don't do that on a first date. So there's an art of, we'll call it seduction. There's an art of asking people out on a date. There's an art of getting asked out on a date. There's an art of having a first date, a second date, a third date. There's an art to this. There's some techniques you have to know. Do you know basic communication skills? Do you know basic interpersonal skills? Do you know that you should ask questions? What type of questions are good questions to ask in the beginning as you're getting to know somebody? Do you know about pheromones? That these are the subconscious sense that we all emit out of our physical body that will attract the other partner, and how to increase them, and how to make sure you have oxytocin so the other person feels trust and good with you. There's a lot of techniques. And then when it comes to sex, do you know sexual technique, guys and gals? Most of you don't. Most of you have never read a book or taken a course. You just think it's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Maybe you've watched some porn and you think that's how you're supposed to do it. It isn't. That's for the cameras and for different things. But there's a lot of technique as well. So here's the point. I am going to give you a gift. A gift. I just did a partner call for partners in the Kevin Trudeau fan club. Just did it a couple days ago. And on that, I talked about relationships. I went into great detail about relationships. And I have some stuff I'm going to send you for free. I'll send you a free video all about relationships. If you are single, you need to see the video. If you are in a relationship and you want it to be better, you need to see the video. If you're in a relationship and you're wondering, should I stay in this or not? I'll explain karma and how you need to see the video. So all you have to do to get the free video, and I'll send you some free stuff here, absolutely free. Just send an email to relationships@kevintrudeau.com. We'll put that up on the screen. Send an email to relationships@kevintrudeau.com. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put anything in the body of letter, but you can just say, send me the free information on relationships. But if you send an email to relationships@kevintrudeau.com, Megan will send you the link to some free training and free videos. And we'll explain everything about the relationship processes that I'm going to be delivering live. If you want to meet me in person and have me do this, I'll tell you, it would change every aspect of your life. Having a relationship that is blissful, that is fulfilling, that is loving, that you feel safe, that you feel secure, that you wake up in the morning and you think, I am the luckiest person on the planet to have this individual in my life. And have them think and say to you the same thing every day. I mean, wouldn't it be great if your partner grabbed you once a day, looked you in the eyes and just said, you know, I want you to know that I think you're the greatest man or the greatest woman I've ever been with, and I've never been happier. Wouldn't that make you feel unbelievable? Wouldn't you want to be with somebody like that and feel the same way about them? It can happen, but it will never happen with all the junk that's in your field, and you know it's never going to happen because it hasn't happened since day one when you started dating. Every relationship has been a freaking disaster. You're yelling, you're screaming, it's blissful, but then there's pain. There's always pain. Every relationship, every single one, you have tears. That doesn't have to happen. But all those tears and all that pain is in your field and it's messing you all up. So send an email. I'm telling you, this is free. I know this is so important. I've seen so many people who are so sharp, go through so much training, but the one area that gives them more pain, they lose sleep at night, it affects their health, it affects their ability to make money and create, it's relationships. And if you don't have a good romantic relationship, it's almost impossible to have good friendships. The relationships are critical to feeling connected to the universe and that oneness. It is blissful when you're with a partner that you're madly in love with, who's madly in love with you, that the passion is there, that the fun is there, that the adventure is there. You feel safe, you feel secure, you feel loved, you feel adored, you feel admired, you feel respected. You're with somebody who's proud of you, who talks positively about you to all their friends, bragging about you all the time. Wouldn't you like that? Who's considerate and thoughtful. They think about your feelings. They remember what you like for food. All the little things. You can have that. You can. So send us an email. We'll send you some free videos. Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. This is everything they don't want you to know about to improve the quality of your life. Broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday, 2 days a week now. Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel and share these shows with everyone you know.